Hello everybody. Question of the day. If and when information on narcissism will be so widely spread and will be so out there for all the future would-be victims to use and learn to recognize the signs so as to prevent becoming victims. Okay? Would that leave us with... Doesn't that mean that the abusers will run out of... imagine that everybody knows the signs. Everybody knows how to spot a narcissist. So obviously we'll avoid him or her. These abusers will run out of power source. Okay? Knowing now that they can't and they won't change, these people who need to abuse other people will not find their food, okay? So it's a bit scary to think about it. They will be constantly pushed away. They will be abandoned abusers. Yes, they will fall in the trap, the victims will fall in their trap again, but then it will be faster this time to leave. So they will be abandoned again and again and again. Will they not become really dangerous then? Yes, we know the harm they do. The most important is they shouldn't have children. These people shouldn't have children, because this is how they perpetuate the cycle. This is how their evil is seeded in another person. And then they grow up and become just as evil as them. Okay? Some of us try to get away, but some of us, some others, they don't see that they become like them and they don't try to change themselves. So anyway, let's go back to the narcissists. They will be so frustrated. I can only imagine how dangerous they will become. I can only imagine prisons filled with narcissists having moved up to another level, to the level of sadistic murderers, to get what they want. They're going to have to get it some way or another. Shouldn't we start thinking of building bigger prisons? Because soon they're going to be needed. I read somewhere that 1 out of 100 people is a narcissist. That 1 out of 100 will soon be a frustrated narcissist. We are fucked. Totally. There's going to be a whole generation still to go. I liked your point of view, escape from narcissism. you compared it to how the Afro-Americans were treated at one point in history, and everybody felt that it was permitted. That's the way it was. That's how they treated slaves, and it was normal to have slaves. And nowadays you can't really consider this acceptable. So one day it will not be acceptable, of course, but until that day, I'm talking about the middle part, where they're still existing. They won't have disappeared yet, these people. I mean, they will be out there, and they will be searching for food, and there will be no food to find. What's going to happen then? Imagine a guy, a family man, who abuses the whole family, the wife, the children, every single one of them. Imagine this guy trying to have a family to be able to have this power over them. And then, no, that won't be possible anymore. Because everybody will know their tricks. Everybody will know how to recognize them before. What's going to happen to them? I'm not worrying really about them. I don't give a shit. I'm afraid of what they will want to do to have that power over somebody. It's gonna be they're gonna be murderous fucking everywhere, all around us. I mean, that's why I think that people should go. We should be able just to point and say, these people did me wrong, these people psychologically abused me, and we should be able to take them to court, trial. They should pass from a psychiatrist to decide. I mean, they're not going to change. We know that. They're not going to change. So for me, it would be more logical that psychological abuse and I think they did it in England, didn't they? They decided that it was what do we say? I don't know the word now, it doesn't come. Against the law. I don't know the word, it doesn't really. But you know what I mean. It's just as bad as raping or beating or killing. Maybe not to that extent. I'm sure they're not going to get as many years in prison as that, as a killer, as an assassin, but still, we should be able to take them to court. They should be judged for their wrongdoing. I think that would be the wiser way to start. It's not only us. It's not only talking about it and letting people know about it. At one point I thought that was really good, people have to wake up and all that, and then suddenly I thought, what? They're still gonna be running around free to do what they are meant to do, they think they're meant to do. And yes, there won't be a whole family suffering behind closed doors, but it will be a person you go out for a drink for once, for the first time, and you might find yourself floating dead on a beach, in the sea, or cut into pieces into the woods. Yeah. What can I say? Maybe I'm negative. Maybe I'm seeing things to a certain extreme. Food for thought, though. Food for thought. I will continue doing what I'm doing, but that little idea is gonna be stuck in the back of my mind. I have big imagination, yeah, I know. I've been told before. Very big imagination. But not unrealistic, is it? I would love to know what you think about that. Thank you.